I'd like to continue this line of thought, contrasting whole contiguous battlefield sites that were identified and preserved with clearly marked borders to other sites that are no less important but not so clearly defined. The preservation movement for, say, American battlefields started with Gettysburg and happened organically throughout the later decades of the 19th century, where by the end of the 19th century it was an established place. It was a place for veterans to come and to commemorate. But what about battlefields before the Civil War? The Revolutionary War, the War of 1812. Something very specific came to mind: the Battle of Springfield in Springfield, New Jersey. No less important than the Battle of Gettysburg in the context of the American Revolution. It was an important battle. It turned the tide of the war. It was a continental victory. The British had invaded in what was then called Elizabethtown, now called Elizabeth, New Jersey, and they marched along the Morris Turnpike, which is now Morris Avenue. So the roads then and the places then, they exist today, even though there are more detailed, more modern roads, but the places still exist. The roads traveled still exist. But there really was no battlefield preservation. So I was thinking about not battlefield preservation, but in the context of Springfield, New Jersey, battlefield identification, battlefield reconstruction. Because as it is now, it's a disjointed series of places. Tablets on bridges, statues in front of an old church, a colonial era burying ground, old stone houses. There's no wholeness to it. It's disjointed. There are pieces of it. And those that want to look for it can find it. But not everyone has the time or the desire to go looking for it. It's not as easy to find as, say, Gettysburg or Valley Forge or Waterloo, for that matter, out in Belgium. Another example of such a place where preservation did not take hold until much later is Bunker Hill in Charlestown, Massachusetts. The monument up in Charlestown is at the summit of Bunker Hill, or what is more correctly known as Breed's Hill, but the actual slope marched up by the British were covered by development. That brings us back to Springfield, New Jersey. All along the battlefield site, the places where the British marched, the places where the Americans or the colonial army defended, was all developed. Stores, homes, and a lot of these places were lost. We're going to try to reconstruct this place, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you.